Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Super Mario All-Stars All Achievements run, picking up with Super Mario Brothers 2. And right away in the beginning of the level here, as we traverse through with Toad, because we're going to be using Toad first, climbing up the beanstalk and going into the potion area, we're going to be picking up our first achievement, which is going to be on the flip side, heading into the alternate world. About 30 seconds later, moving on into the level, picking up the clock that's here, we get our next achievement, which is put in timeout, which is, well, exactly as it sounds, putting the enemies into timeout. Leading into the first boss of the game, which is the Birdo, and our next achievement, which is going to be defeating the Birdo without taking damage, which is actually one of the easier boss achievements to get no damage on as we go across the rest of the game. This brings us to our first boss of the game, and as promised through my last video, I am going to be leaving in quite a bit of footage of me failing and dying throughout the run, which unfortunately I did end up dying to the very first boss of the game on my first try here, which, embarrassing as it is, I think needed to be left in to showcase just how bad I happen to be at these platformers. On the second attempt, after that unceremonious loss I had to Mouser the first time, I was able to defeat him without taking damage, getting my next two achievements, which is the Pipsqueak Bomber for beating him, and the Pipsqueak Bomber Perfect for beating him without getting hit. A couple more levels in, and after a few more deaths, going into the subspace and getting the fourth mushroom cap, we get our capping out achievement, which is collected for getting the maximum number of hearts the game will let you have. I was originally going to save this achievement for later, but inspired by all the deaths I've had in Game Over so far, I decided to go after Golden Gardener, collecting 10 coins in one level, because at the end of the level I could use those to get bonus 1-ups. Going into the end of the level, we had our fight with the Hydra. Wasn't able to avoid taking damage, of course, because, well, it's me. And then I ended up getting a game over and having to start this world all over again. Once we were finally able to make it back to the Hydra, though, we had a little bit of an easier time the second time around. We were able to jump above and dodge through all the flame attacks, picking up our Hydrophobia achievement as well as our Hydrophobia Perfect achievement. Despite all the struggles in World 2, I actually had a lot more in World 3, and here is a montage of them now. Fighting this boss the second time around was actually a little bit easier than the first time around, despite the ghost that gets thrown in on the front. So we were able to take care of him without dying, getting our Return of the Pipsqueak Bomber achievement, as well as our Return of the Pipsqueak Bomber Perfect achievement, leading us into level 4. With that one early mishap out of the way, we made it through level 4, only dying on that first section. So we made it up to the boss, and we're going to be getting through this section here, not getting the damage run, because as you can see I took damage, but we did end up not beating the boss. Yeah. About that. So we got hit on the first one and decided go ahead and beat the boss anyway, and then just died to the boss. So here we are taking our second opportunity, getting rid of all the little ones at the same time, picking up our Fireball Brawl achievement, say that 10 times fast, and the Fireball Brawl Perfect achievement. It took me a good amount of gameplay footage before I actually managed to get all 3 of these, but if you can line up all 3 of the same in the bonus stage, you get the Big Bucks achievement. Yeah, I don't normally say too much in these videos on deaths, but can somebody in the comments please tell me what in the heck happened there? Going down the ladder, he just magically fell and I lost a life? Because I still can't figure it out. It took way too many tries to get the chaotic crustacean achievement and the perfect one here for doing it with no damage. I had a lot of trouble with this boss, and I thought once I got past it, Okay, at least we get a little bit of a break. We get back into the levels, but World 6 was torture for me. And once again, here is a pretty good montage of all of my struggles in that world. It took me way longer than I care to admit to get through World 6 and to this boss, which is just a repeat of the earlier Hydra boss in a different format, where I promptly took damage and then, well, promptly died. And got the achievement, but still died. It took a lot of tries to get back to this point, and there were a ton of tries where not even making it back to the boss room, but was finally able to get back here to the point where I could actually take on the boss and beat the boss without also dying at the same time this time. So this one I only got Return of Hydrophobia perfect because I got it earlier when I lost to the boss, which made no sense. But now we were on to the next world. Not gonna lie, I was pretty ashamed that that thing managed to fool me. After dying to this guy the last time, having been fooled by him, we finally were able to get through. We're on our way to Wart, and we're finally going to be on our way to victory. Yeah, just kidding. There was no way we were beating that boss first try. And with Wart finally going down, we had the next two achievements on the list, which were Make Him Croak to defeat Wart and Make Him Croak Perfect to defeat Wart without taking damage. The next set of achievements that were going to be completed were just to beat the game literally 3 more times. Once with Peach, once with Luigi, and once with Mario, using absolutely no other character. The same way we did with Toad following through, every single level has to be beaten with only Mario, only Luigi, and only Peach to get the next 3 achievements, and there are no warp zones. So that was next up on the list. Now with this run through with Mario, unlike the run through I had with Toad, I managed to make it through the first world without actually dying at all and got the Nightmare-Free Journey achievement. Oh, thank God. Beating this 4 freaking times straight, no warps is... Oh, it's exhausting. With all 4 characters out of the way, now it was time to move on to the remaining achievements, which were going to be to beat the game in a single session without losing a life, and to beat the game in one session using the shortest possible route. And it just made the most sense to combine both of these achievements into one run. So I opted to use Peach because she could hover for the short distances, and again, similar to Mario 1, took a very long amount of time and a good number of tries, but we were able to maneuver through the worlds eventually. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh, come on, it hit the side of the freaking... Oh, that's not good. Oh, Jesus. Oh, come on, there was a heart there. I didn't even mean to drop down this thing. Oh, and I didn't mean to pick that up! And there you have it, with Work finally going down defeated after God knows how many tries. We're going to be unlocking the last 2 achievements that we needed for this game. And with that, the kitty is going to be hanging out with us. A little bit of a good luck charm. I failed this achievement God knows how many times, but hey, when the cat was sitting on my lap, I managed to do it. From here, we're going to be moving on to the Mario 3 portion of Super Mario All-Stars. It's the last one left, so I hope everybody enjoyed the video today. We appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If there's any other games in the Retro Achievements archive you'd like to see us struggle with and try to get all the achievements for, just let us know in the comments below. Be on the lookout for our Mario 3 video, and if you haven't checked out Mario 1 and Lost Levels yet, and you'd like to see me struggle through that, go ahead and click the link.